guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel, The Donkey Business. After the video that I made on 10 of my favorite thriller movies from the Malayalam film industry, I'm here to make 10 of my favorite movies from the Malayalam film industry but in the genre of drama. Drama is one of my favorite genres because it speaks volumes in its dialogues, acting, screenplay, direction and literally everything. And when you're talking about Malayalam films, they are so raw and they are in the face, like they have no filter. They are extremely seamless but so complicated, and that's the beauty of Malayalam films. I love it. So today I'm going to talk about 10 of my favorite drama movies from the Malayalam film industry, and here is my list. The first movie is available on Amazon Prime and it's called #Home. This is the first movie that I watched of the actor Indrans, and also one of the first movies that I reviewed on this channel, and you guys gave me so many insights about Indrans the actor. But first let's get into the film. So the film is basically about Indrans, who plays the father, and he has a son who is working in the film industry and is really trying to make it big. And obviously because he is working in the film industry, he is trying to be like the best in front of the camera with his directors, with his producers, and is obviously great into technology. But Indrans is not, right? But how the family bonds, how the family creates a problem, how the family stands up for each other, gets angry at each other, sad, cry. Like when I watch this film, I stay with my grandparents, and now when my grandparents ask me anything that is related to technology or social media, I make sure that I explain it to them very nicely. I have cried buckets when I watch this film. The film is so raw. The film is so complicated in terms of like dialogues because they hit you personally. And if you are an Indian family and you have obviously lived with your family members like your mother, father, older sister, or another generation, you have definitely gone through what this film has tried to show. It is amazing, it is emotional, and I highly recommend it. It's called #Home and it's available on Amazon Prime. Second movie that I watched is called The Great Indian Kitchen, and it is one of the most brutal movies in terms of dialogue, acting, cinematography and set design that I have watched. So when I actually got into the film, I thought that the movie is going to be about this woman, feminism, and how she like kills it in the kitchen and grows a business and all of that. But the movie is not that. The movie is something else, and when I was watching the movie, I had goosebumps. So it's about this girl, Nimsha Sajayan, who I think is a brilliant actor and killed it in this film, and is married to this guy who is like super rude and like ruthless, or I don't know what, and like mentally abusive. And so his family is also pretty like rough, and she's always working in the kitchen, but she knows that this is not for her and she's meant for better things in life. And how she comes up from this situation, it's about that. But when I'm talking about the film, you will think that there's going to be drama, there's going to be crime, there's going to be like blah blah blah. It's not. It's really not. And there are some dialogues in the film that are going to hit you and stay with you forever. Like for example, when there's like, I'm a girl, my name is Tanya, I have a younger brother, his name is Kashish, and whenever guests come in the house, my mom will just say, Tanya, get them water. It's just a natural Indian thing, like we just tell the girl to do it. We never tell the guy to do it. But why? It's because it's in our veins, it's in our blood, and that's how we are. But we don't realize that we're doing this thing without, like we don't have the intention. It's not like my mom wants me to work and not my brother. But we just do it unintentionally, and that's what the film is about. Like there are some scenes and you're gonna be like, shit, this is us. But why are we like that? And there is this bed scene where he tells her this line and it hit me. I had to pause the film and I'm like, what the hell just happened? I love this film. It is made in various languages. I am from Mumbai. My first language is Hindi. They are making a Hindi version of this movie with Sanya Malhotra, or it already released. I don't even know because I'm not even interested in watching it. I watched this movie last in 2021 when it released. It's available on Amazon Prime, by the way. And when I watched it, I did not have the guts to watch it again because I was so hurt when I watched this film. I had goosebumps throughout the movie that I didn't have the guts to watch it again and go through that for like 2.5 hours. But the visuals of the film, some scenes and dialogues are still stuck in my mind, and that's the beauty of Malayalam cinema. Great Indian Kitchen is one of my favorite films that I watched in 2020. I don't know why it's not releasing in Mumbai again. Like, I would watch it right now. The cinematography, the music, the acting, the dialogues, everything about this film is home to me. I recommend it. Like, please watch this film. This movie that I want to talk about is called Jaya 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 Hey, which is a comedy drama film, and the movie is starring Basil Joseph, who is also one of my favorite actors from the Malayalam film industry. Darshana is also in the movie, and it is about a woman who is subjected to abusive behavior. It's available on Disney Plus Hotstar for us. It's a 2.5-hour movie, and honestly you're not even going to realize when the 2.5 hour gets over, because you are going to enjoy watching this movie so much. The movie is basically about a woman who goes through some intense behavior and how she gets out of it or fights from it. But honestly, the movie has a touch of comedy. It is one of the best family drama comedy movies I watched in 2022, and I am so happy that I invested 2.5 hours watching this film. It is a brilliant screenplay. It is a great idea to make a movie like that. Obviously there's Basil Joseph and there's Darshana, who killed it in this film, and I highly recommend it. It's called Jaya 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 Hey, and it's available on Disney Plus Hotstar. Please watch it. This movie that I watched is a romance drama film. It's called Hridayam. And a lot of you guys had actually asked me to watch this film when I started talking about Malayalam films. It is also available on Disney Plus Hotstar, and it released in 2022. It's a romance drama, like I spoke about. It is basically about a young guy who is an engineering student, and he is into like bad habits. Now, what are the bad habits? Watch the movie for it. He falls in love with this girl, but obviously to fall in love at that time, he needs to be responsible. So his journey, the girl's journey, and you know what they go through, it's like a light-hearted romance drama film, and you're gonna be like, oh, that was good. Oh, that's a good film. That's the kind of stuff you're gonna think about when the movie ends. Darshana is in the movie again. Kalyani is also in the film, and she's acted so cutely. I love Darshana, so she's a great actor anyway. I don't have to talk about how amazing she is, but I highly recommend it. It's called Hridayam, and the music of this film is amazing. Please watch it. I've given a whole review about the film in my channel. You can find it somewhere, but I'm just like talking about the movies fast and just recommending them because there's like a whole list and I have less time. This movie is called Kishkinda Kandam. Asif Ali is in the film. It released in 2024. What should I talk about this film? I don't know. I put out a video on it, I think end of December, and I said some spoilers in the video, which I got a lot of comments for. It's a family drama movie with layers of psychological drama, lie, betray, marriage, love, murder, everything. Great film, very good writing, very well shot, great editing, and I don't know how to explain the film because I'm so scared that I'll give you spoilers, so honestly just watch it. It's called Kishkinda Kandam, and where is it available? Let me just check. It's available on Disney Plus Hotstar. Please watch this film. It's layers, like you need to watch this film once or twice to properly understand it. The next movie is called Adu Jeevitham, which is a Prithviraj film, and when I watched the trailer of this movie, I thought that it's going to be nominated for the Oscars. The English term for Adu Jeevitham is the goat life. How do I explain this film? Firstly, it's a cinematic piece. Secondly, it is Prithviraj's one of the strongest performances. And it is about him being on a desert, trying to rescue life, trying to be real, trying to be inspired to live, trying to have hope that one day he will be out of that. That is what I can say about this film. It is well shot, well directed. It is pretty long, but I think it is a very bold film, and it is definitely international level. Like, it is not for people who watch Indian cinema for entertainment. It's not that film. It is a very serious movie, and like, I was surprised that we have made a movie like this. Too good means too good. Please watch it. One is called Jaane Man, which is also another chill film, and I watched it a long time back actually. Let me check where it's available. And Basil Joseph is in the movie. It shows that it's not available anywhere, but okay. The movie is about this guy who comes from Canada back to his village in Kerala, and there's a funeral there which turns out to be a super dramatic funeral. And when you're watching the movie, you're gonna be like, what? What the hell happened? It's that film. You are not going to expect what you are going to get into. Like, it is insane. It is love. It is well written, well acted, and I highly recommend it. It's called Jaane Man. I don't know where it's available. I don't know where I watched it either, but I highly recommend it. It's like a dark comedy, not dark comedy, but like a comedy drama film with like some darkish jokes. The next movie is called Iman You, which is also obviously a Malayalam film, and this is a comedy drama film. You know, the good part about comedy films is that the language is not the same, but the emotion that you feel when you're watching the actors and reading the subtitles is amazing. Like, obviously there are some Malayalam comedy films where you don't get the reference of the joke, and you know, they have references of really old movies and you're like, okay, I did not get that. Sure, but most of the movies are not like that. Like Imayo is not like that, and it is about, again, a funeral, about this man who wants like a grand funeral for himself, and he tells his son about it, and the whole drama is around that, and they have turned this into a comedy drama film. Just imagine the artist that we have in the Malayalam film industry. I highly recommend it. Please watch it. I don't know where it's available, and the director of this movie is Lijo Jose Periseri. I have watched all of his films. He's a brilliant director, sorry. I think he's one of the best directors that we have in the Indian film industry in general. Watch all of his films, and this is one of them that I would like to talk about. It's called Level Cross, which I watched right after Kishkinda Kandam, and it is about, how do I even explain what the movie is about? It's about this guy who lives in a deserted island, and he basically works in the railway, and once a girl falls off the train, and he rescues her and takes her home. The movie just takes a twist after this film. You are not going to believe what you're watching. You're not going to understand the story till the very end, and you're not going to know who is the culprit, who is the victim, what is the history, what is the future. Like, you're just going to watch the movie to be in the moment so that you know what's happening. Like, it's so good, brilliantly acted, and there are only 3 actors in the film. So they have all pulled it off. I love this film. Level Cross was just amazing, and I highly recommend it. So these are some of my favorite drama movies that I remember at the top of my head. There are a lot of other movies in the Malayalam film industry that I would highly recommend, but I would love for you to recommend me some drama movies. I love it. It's my favorite genre, and I promise that I will review it individually in my channel as well. You will find all of these movies on my channel somewhere, so if you want a detailed review, you can always go back to my channel and watch it. But Malayalam film industry, you're the best, and I hope that you never stop making the kind of movies you make and only grow with every year, because I have seen exponential growth since I have gotten into Malayalam films, which is like 2021, I think, or 2020. But amazing is not the word, and I am so proud to be Indian. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.